Welcome back to the channel, welcome back explorers, my name's Jack, and today you join me while I'm just doing a little bit of a nerd out. I, like most men, have an infatuation with understanding the art of war, I suppose. I'm not completely clueless to who the White Death is, the world's most deadliest sniper, but I don't know enough about him to be knowledgeable. So, I thought today we could learn together. So pull up a chair, stand up with me, roll something, smoke something, eat something, do what you got to do, but we are going to learn about the world's deadliest sniper. So if you are new around here and you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. It lets YouTube know I'm doing something you enjoy. If you're old around here, welcome back explorers. Let's jump into old Simo, I believe his name was. Hopefully I haven't just ruined it right at the beginning by getting his name wrong. Otherwise it's the White Death. That sounds like a very questionable metal band name. White Death. Without further ado, let's go, shall we?
It's winter 1939, almost night. As the crimson horizon spreads across the wild snow-draped forests, a column of Soviet soldiers marches across a frozen landscape. This is the Winter War, Stalin's invasion of Finland, Talvisota, as the Finns call it. As the column makes progress, there's a flash that comes out of nowhere and a man goes down.
Oh,
the Russian
no.
soldiers freeze. Cry of, "Sniper fire, get down," is shouted, and the Russian troops hit the ground and scramble for cover.
It's too late.
While again, another shot rings out.
Listen, if he's got one ears and you don't know where he's coming from, it's too late.
Among the hiding Russians, Belaya Smert, the White Death. All alone in the distance, a man clad head to toe in a snow-white coat, hidden from view by the wild landscape and snow pushed up all around him, balances his rifle on his gloves and patiently waits for another unfortunate soul to enter his sights. But who is this man that strikes dread into the heart of every Russian soldier in Finland?
Listen.
Born and raised in the rugged woods of Karelia in southern Finland, Simo How.
I just want to quickly throw it out there. Snipers nowadays are phenomenal. I'm not taking anything away from you. The education on it is greater than it was back then. The understanding of everything put into the gun itself is understood better. But to be known as the world's deadliest sniper during the 30s, where guns were very, very manually operated, is very impressive.
From the start, a natural hunter and sharpshooter. Hauha recalled his experience growing up as a farmer,
okay, I've always said it wrong.
Skier as a vital part of his skill of being the excellent sniper that he became. Having been in the Finnish Civil Guard and Finnish Army from the age of 17, he cultivated his skill as a marksman and won shooting contest after contest. His house was reportedly full of trophies for marksmanship.
That is not who you want.
Of war, Simo is deployed as part of a
That's not who you want as your enemy.
Lines on the Finnish-Russian border. In the early days of the war, Simo's commanding officer notices Hauha's skill with a rifle and assigns him to work independently as a sniper. Hauha's first action as a sniper was ironically a counter-sniping mission. Simo describes the mission such: "It happened once that my CO tried to kill an enemy sniper with his scoped rifle. This Russian had taken up position about 400 meters from us and was constantly shooting towards our lines.
That's terrifying.
After a while, he sent for me and showed me approximately where he thought the enemy's sniper position to be."
I've always said the only thing that can really kill a sniper is another sniper. And that's the most terrifying thing, because if you're in the infantry or on the front line and blah, 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 you have that weird potluck of, because there's loads of us, I'm going to be safe. It sounds really, really bleak to say it like that. But when you're a sniper, the problem is the only person that spots a sniper is a sniper. So when they pull that trigger, if they don't miss, they don't miss. You know?
One of our lieutenants was with us, acting as a spotter when the duel began. At first, I did not see a trace of him, just a small rock where he was supposed to be. But after careful investigation, we spotted him behind a little hump of snow near that rock. I took careful aim with my trusty M2830, and the very first shot hit the intended target.
Yeah!
The Soviet fear of Simo grew to the point that they were willing to call in artillery to shell the areas where they believed him to be. In fact, as Simo confirmed, the Russians put a lot of effort into trying to kill me. After finishing yet another Soviet sniper, they vigorously started shelling Simo's foxhole. 50 shells landed around my foxhole, but in vain, Simo once described. Yet for all their efforts, the Soviets never scored more than a scratch, or at best, a ripped coat on Hauha.
Imagine having to send 50 artillery shells.
Unprecedented for the time. Unlike his Soviet counterparts, Simo doesn't use scoped sights, preferring iron sights, as scopes risk giving off a glare that exposed the sniper's location. He said that he caught many a careless Russian sniper due to the glare of their scopes. The cold doesn't bother him either, as he's always prepared with many layers of thick winter clothing. On a cold December day, Simo wanders into
lives
the
and
wild
hunts
heads
in
to
the
one of his
winter
favourite
months.
spots, a snow-covered tree with low-hanging branches that creates the perfect spot overlooking a valley. With snow in his mouth, his breath doesn't give away his position. Hauha pushes up the snow around him,
Smart man.
constructing a makeshift barrier.
Very smart man.
And with a daily ration supply, he sits and waits for hours. He waits, and patiently waits like any good hunter until his patience is rewarded when a group of 4 Soviet soldiers march into the iron sights of his rifle.
I'm gonna say, you got to be real good to get off 4 shots and not get
Simo
anything hit
fires
back
and
at you.
reloads rapidly after each shot. After 4 shots, 4 men lay in the snow.
What?
never to rise. Simo goes on to fire his rifle 25 times that day, setting a record for the most kills achieved by a sniper.
You know what's insane? I've used bolt-action sniper rifles, modern bolt-action sniper rifles, and even they are a bit tricky to a new user. He must have had such an understanding of his weapon and his own personal skill to rapid fire 4 guys on a bolt-action 32-30. Mad.
In one day, increasing the ever-growing legend of Simo Hauha as the White Death
Simo
in the
Hauha.
Soviet ranks.
Now I know.
The story of Simo Hauha as an invisible sniper and his legacy as the fear of his foes, a hero at home, became even more dreaded by not just Soviet soldiers, but
everyone.
also the Soviet High Command, who put a bounty on his head. There were Soviet snipers who wanted the bounty, going to the hotspots and waiting in ambush for Simo. One set up his position and waited for hours. As night fell, the sniper thought that Simo must have left and stood to head back to base.
And he's behind him.
But the Russian never hears it and falls in the snow. By the end of January 1940, Simo would achieve 200 career kills. And for this, Simo was awarded by the Finnish government a custom rifle designed for him, although he would continue to use his ever-trusted M2830 rifle. Simo continues to rack up kills throughout the war and achieves the remarkable feat of over 500 sniper kills in 100 days. In early March, he leads a squad of fellow Finns against a superior attacking Red Army force, attempting to penetrate through the forest. Of the battle, Simo recalled, "I was in the dark forests of Ulisma. We were given a mission to counterattack, one of many. We moved to our starting positions at early dawn. There was a swamp, some 300 meters wide, which we crossed without difficulty. Once over the swamp, we charged against the enemy that was really close to us. My rifle functioned very well. We were so close to the enemy that even some were only 2 meters away from me. The enemy was forced to withdraw, but some very brave individual soldiers remained behind to cause havoc amongst us. Suddenly there was a shot, maybe only 50 to 100 meters away, and I felt hit.
Oh!
There's a whoosh.
I remember, he got shot in the face, didn't he?
And then everything goes white for the White Death, and he falls, hit in the jaw by an exploding bullet. After the battle, the Finnish soldiers find what they think is Simo's remains and place him in a pile with the other fallen. Then, one of the Finns notices a leg twitching amongst the pile. Incredibly, Simo was alive, but half his face was gone. He's in a coma for 3 days, by which time the Winter War is over. Simo had 26 surgeries to repair his shattered jaw, which was crafted from a piece of bone taken from his hip.
At Absolutely. I've seen that
He
photo.
would peacefully
Absolutely
live the rest of
insane.
his days at his new farm in the scenic Finnish countryside, passing away in 2002 at the ripe old age of 96.
Where?
Simo left a legacy as the world's greatest sniper and marksman, while a renowned Finnish hero, the stuff of legend. When asked about his services in the war, Simo said, "I didn't feel anything towards the enemy. I just fired and loaded, and continued as long as there were enemies. I just shot every time I saw one. I didn't care if he was a commander or not. I'm a lucky man. I've never had dreams about the war. I've always slept well during the war too. I did what I was told to do as well as I could." Asked how he became such a good shot, he simply said, "Practice."
Yeah. Practice makes perfect.
If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel and please watch more videos of ours. Thank you.
That was very, very informative. Thank you very much to Yarn Hub. Go give them a subscribe, give them a watch, go find out some more from them. I'm not glorifying killing 500 people. I'm not. In 100 days, that's a lot of life taken. But it also goes to show that in the grand scheme of war, one man single-handedly taking down 500 people is a terrifying notion. If they had an army of Simos, the devastation would have been catastrophic to anyone that would have stepped foot on that war zone. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant storytelling, very well put together, very fun to follow. I think I'm going to go on their channel and find some more, especially if they do old war history and stuff like that. Anything I don't know, it'd be good to brush up on. If you enjoyed this, please let me know what to watch down in the comments. Let me know if you've served. Let me know if you knew of the legend of the White Death. Everyone has at this point. Other than that, have a great day, be well, and bye-bye.